Hey there, it's Sarah back here at 12 Minute Fit, where every workout is only 12 minutes so we can continue to improve our fitness even on our busiest days. And today we're going to improve our core muscles. I have my mat out because we're spending most of these 12 minutes down on the floor. So you want a comfortable space that you can come down to. We will be on our hands and knees. If you have a mat and your knees want some extra cushion, fold that mat a little bit. I have my shoes off. You can leave yours on. Totally optional. For 12 minutes, we're going to move. You've got 40 seconds for each exercise, a quick 5-second transition, and we're doing 16 rounds. It's going to equal 12 minutes. We're going to get started with just an inchworm. And that means we're going to hinge from the hips. We're going to bring the hands to the floor, and we're going to walk those hands out into a plank. And then we're going to walk them back in as we lift those hips and try to stand up really tall. If you're like, no, I'm not doing that, bring your hands down as close to the floor as you can, and then just walk them back up your legs. You can just walk down your legs, or you can walk all the way out on the floor. You can bring your knees down at the bottom, lift them back up to bring those hips back up, and then stand up tall in between. And we're only doing this for about 12 more seconds before we come down to the floor on all fours. So when you hear that bell, down to hands and knees. Right here, drop down to all fours. We've got hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're just gonna take one arm in the opposite leg and we're gonna tap them forward and the leg goes back. So hand reaches forward, leg taps back. And we're just gonna alternate. The opposite knee and palm stay on the floor. We're gonna stay strong through those shoulders. We're gonna draw the belly button up towards the spine. And we're gonna keep the hips and shoulders square to the floor. Try to keep that torso as still as you can. I've got my notes down here because there's a lot going on in this workout today. When you hear the bell, you can shake out those wrists. You've got 5 seconds before we start our next move. And it's going to look a lot like this one. We're just going to pick one side, opposite arm and foot are reached before, arm in front, leg behind, and we're just gonna lift and lower. We're gonna push through that opposite palm, stay strong through the shoulder. We're gonna keep the core tight, the shoulders and the hips square. I don't have a lot of room to lift my arm. We're trying to get it up to that bicep in line with the ear, but I'm tapping the chair and running out of space. That's okay. These workouts are meant to be done even in small spaces. So wherever you are, you can still work out at 12 Minute Fit. At the bell, you're going to shake it out for 5 seconds. And then we're just switching sides. Shake it out. We're going to switch to that opposite arm and leg and just lift and lower. Squeeze the glutes as you lift the leg. You can keep the foot flexed for a little bit more muscle engagement. Try to keep the shoulder away from the ear as you lift that arm up in front as high as you can. You choose how fast you're lifting and lowering. Keep that belly button up really tight towards the spine. Imagine there's something pokey right underneath your belly button and you're trying to lift that belly button away from it. Brace the core. You've got 3 more seconds. And then we're going to lay down on the belly. When you come to your stomach, extend the legs behind you, bring the arms in front. We're going to keep the legs on the floor and we're going to lift the chest. Bring those arms up in front with it. Maybe thumbs to ceiling. Squeeze the glutes and tuck the chin. And we're just going to lift up as high as we can with that upper body. Pulling those shoulder blades into the back ribs and feel them reaching towards each other just a little bit. Try to keep that neck long and the glutes engaged. At the bell, we're taking the hands wide. We're going to turn the knuckles to the ceiling and the palms down towards the floor. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I can't see my timer, but surely we're almost there. Hands out wide. We're going to lift one side, and then we're going to bring it down and lift the other side. And we're just going to rock from side to side. As you lift the arm, you can turn your head to look towards that hand. Bring that shoulder blade in towards the spine. Really squeeze it in and activate those muscles of the upper back. Those strong posture muscles. Keep your chin tucked. We don't want to pull the neck. We're staying down on the belly for our next move. Keep those glutes engaged. Really twist through the torso. Anchor those hip bones on the mat. And we're still going side to side until we hear that bell right there. Now take the hands back by the hips, knuckles to the ceiling, palms to the floor. Lift and reach those fingertips towards your heels. Squeeze those glutes and reach back. If it's too much with the hands off the floor, bring those fingertips light to the floor. Keep that neck long and just lift the chest. Or reach those fingertips all the way back towards those heels. When you hear the bell, quick child's pose, press the hips back, and we're back up on all fours for our next move. Really working those back muscles. Now we're gonna move back to those strong abs. We'll be on all fours. Tuck your toes, push through the palms, and just lift your knees an inch or two off the floor, and then tap them back down. We're gonna stay strong in those shoulders. We're gonna try to keep the back long and straight. Keep that belly button pulled up tight. Feel those ab muscles work. Feel the quads engaged as you lift and hold. Feel those strong shoulders. We're gonna take this move into our next round. So keep those shoulder blades pulled into the back ribs. Keep those toes tucked. Keep that core tight. You're gonna hold your knees up and you're gonna alternate, tapping one foot back, bring it in, other foot back. We're gonna try this, keeping the knees off the floor. If that's too much for you today, bring the knees back and just alternate, tapping one back and then the other with those feet. Strong in the shoulders, even if your knees are on the floor, push through those palms. Keep that core tight and keep moving. We're gonna stay on all fours, but the knees get to come down at the bell. 40 seconds are feeling longer and longer. Knees down anytime you need a break. We're gonna bring one knee to the floor, opposite leg back. The other side, bring that hand up to the temple, reach your elbow to the ceiling, then bring that elbow towards the opposite one. So we lift up and then we twist and crunch it in. Keeping those hips square. We're gonna move through the torso. We're gonna stay strong through the arm that's on the floor, really push through the palm. Feel that strong shoulder. Feel a twist and a crunch as you bring that elbow in and then lift it as high as you can. That foot that's on the floor, we're trying to keep it light. At the bell, we're switching sides. And we are getting closer to the end of this workout. Switch legs, switch arms. Take that elbow up high and then crunch it in towards the opposite arm. Keeping the hips square to the floor, keeping the back foot light, that belly button pulled up tight. Those core muscles, those strong abs are staying engaged with that big muscle contraction as you brace that core. We're gonna stay on all fours. So when you hear that bell, if you need a quick child's pose to rest the knees, you can sit the hips back. You can rest the shoulders and shake it out. And then we're gonna set ourselves back up on all fours, but we're gonna take our forearms down to the mat and then we're just gonna press back up. Bring those elbows towards the knees and then push through the palms and push yourself back up. Keep that belly button to the spine. And when you hear the bell, we're gonna keep the elbows and forearms down on the mat. We're just gonna walk the elbows forward so that they're right where the wrists are right now. Try to bring those elbows together. They reach towards each other and they tap at the same time. We're gonna bring those elbows down right under the shoulders. We're gonna keep one knee under the hip. The other leg is going to go up, keep that leg bent, and then kick the heel towards the ceiling. Flex your foot, Try to keep the hips square. Keep that belly button really tight towards the spine. And try not to lean to the side. Evenly distribute the weight between those forearms. Stay strong in those shoulders. When you hear the bell, we're switching legs. There's a quick 5-second break. That hip that is not moving, that leg that's not moving, you should be feeling that outer glute. It's helping to keep everything still. Let's try it on the other side. Lift the knee up and then kick that heel up to the ceiling. Little pulses. Try to keep the hips square. Make sure you didn't shift to one side in those forearms and shoulders. Try to evenly distribute the weight in the upper body. The leg that's not moving, we're feeling that outer hip, it's still engaged. We're still feeling that core. When you hear the bell, you get a quick break before we go back up to all fours. Really squeeze the glute as you kick that heel up. Stay in it all the way to the bell. I know it feels long, but it's on only 12 minutes for this workout. All right, back up to all fours. We're gonna do those knee lifts. Try to keep the hips in line with the shoulders, tuck the toes, knees lift off the mat, and then back down. Hold as long as you wanna hold. If you wanna hold this whole 40 seconds, you can stay right here. Pull those shoulders back and down. Bring the knees down anytime you need to. Try to keep those hips in line with the shoulders. Try to pull that belly button up really tight, away from the spine. Not away from the spine, away from the floor, towards the spine. Lift that belly button up, towards the spine. Press into those palms. Feel those quads. We've got one more round of holding these knees up and then alternating legs, tapping back. So we tap one foot back, bring the knee back under the hip. Try to hover those knees off the floor. Try to stay strong through those shoulders. If at any time you need a little breather, bring the knees down and alternate tap backs. Almost done with your 12-minute core workout. Give it your all the way to the end. We got it, we got it. What's it got? Ooh, 12 seconds. Almost there. Knees up or down, all the way to the end. That's it. Shake out those shoulders. Rest those legs.
Activity completed.
Your 12-minute workout is completed. I am dripping in sweat. Look at that. Wow. What an effort. Give yourself a big pat on the back. If you've got more time in your day, give yourself 12 more minutes. If not, get back to your day and I'll see you tomorrow. Hit subscribe and join me again. Thanks so much for joining me today.